Let's start in child's pose. In your own time, bring your knees down to the mat and slide your arms back behind you, palms up, child's pose. Your affirmation for today's practice might be, I receive abundance into my life, or I'm ready to receive abundance into my life. Now, roll yourself up to seated. I'm going to come to hero pose here, and I recommend grabbing a big book or a block to sit on, unless you're very familiar with this pose. Try to encourage the flesh of your calves to move down and out around your legs. The neck and throat area is the part of the body most affected with Taurus, so we're going to focus on asanas that encourage opening of the throat and create alignment through the spine and crown. Inhale, turn your head gently to the right. Exhale, roll your chin down to your chest, and inhale, roll up to the left. Exhale, down to your chin, and inhale, up to the right. Continue to repeat this action in your own time. Moving with the breath. You might make some full neck circles going all the way around in one direction and changing the direction. Now gently make your way to all fours. Hands are stacked directly under your shoulders, fingers are spread super wide, knees are stacked underneath your hip points. See if you can create as much length between your tailbone and crown of your head as possible. Your gaze might be down or just slightly forward. Inhale, draw your tailbone gently up and send your gaze up. Exhale as you draw your tailbone down, gazing between your knees. Inhale, lower your belly, gazing up. And exhale, belly draws in, tailbone curls down. Now repeat this movement in your own time, moving with your breath. And as gently as you can, step forward to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Maybe take your hands to opposite elbows as you sway gently side to side. And let your head release. On your next inhale, start to slowly roll up to standing. Shoulders and head are the last to lift. And let's repeat those neck circles again. So inhaling to the right. Exhale, lower your chin to your chest, down to center. Inhale up to the left. Exhale, down to your chin to center. Inhaling to the right. And continue to repeat in your own time. Now we'll do a modified sun salutation, followed by one with more options. Inhale, bring your hands to the sky as you gaze up. Exhale, fold forward as you hinge from the hips. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, send your right foot back, pause here. Exhale, send your left foot back, plank pose. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Exhale, bring your belly to the floor, drawing your elbows in. Send your shoulders down as you inhale and send your chest up for baby cobra. And exhale, bend your knees, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Fingers are spread super wide like starfish. Take weight back into your heels by bending your knees and sending your hips further back. And breathe here. On your next inhale, gaze forward and step to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, let your head be heavy. Inhale as you raise back up, send your hands to the sky. And exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. Reconnect with your breath. Let's go again. Inhale, raise your hands to the sky, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop back to plank. Inhale here in plank. And exhale, lower to your knees or take a chaturanga. Inhale, shine your heart forward for cobra or take an upward facing dog. Exhale, bend your knees and send your hips up and back to down dog. Let the back of your neck fully relax here. See what happens if you deepen and slow down your breath. On your next inhale, gaze to the top of your mat as you step forward for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, raise back up to standing, gaze up. And exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. And breathe here. Your next inhale, raise your hands back up, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step or hop back to plank pose. Inhale here. Lower to your knees or take a chaturanga. Inhale, shine your heart forward for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, bend your knees and send your hips back to downward facing dog. From here, reach your right foot up and back behind you, toes are facing down. Inhale and exhale to step the foot up to your right hand. Inhale to look forward and create space across your chest, broadening through your collar. Plant your back foot, toes are turned to the long edge of your mat. And using your core, roll yourself up to warrior two. Your front knee is bent over your ankle. Check to make sure you can still see your big toe. Sending your arms out long, gaze over your right arm. And breathe here. Make sure you aren't leaning too far forward. Make sure to send the weight into the outside edge of your back foot. On your next inhale, flip your right palm face up and lengthen up as you gaze up and reverse your warrior. Left hand grazes your back leg. Exhale, bring your right arm to your rest on your front thigh, and your left arm sweeps up and over for side angle pose. Inhale back up to reverse warrior, and exhale to standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back, inhaling plank. And exhale, lower your knees to the floor or take a chaturanga. Inhale, shine your heart forward for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, bend your knees, sending your hips up and back to down dog. Inhale, reach your left foot up and back behind you, toes face down. And exhale, step that foot up to meet your left hand. Inhale, come onto your fingertips as you gaze forward and create space through your chest. Plant your back foot, toes are turned to the long edge of your mat. And slowly roll yourself up to standing in warrior two. Check your front knee is tracking over your ankle and it isn't splaying in. And see if you can act like that thigh is rolling to the outside of your leg. Inhale, flip your left palm face up and lift it up and over. Create length before you lean back for reverse warrior. exhale, bring your left arm to your front thigh and your right arm reaches up and over for side angle pose. Inhale back up to reverse warrior and exhale to standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, gaze forward, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back for plank pose. Inhale here. And exhale, lower your knees to the ground or take a chaturanga. Inhale, shine your heart forward for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, bend your knees and send your hips up and back to down dog. From down dog, lower your knees and in your own time, come to sit on your bum, legs out long. Shuffle forward to make sure that your sits bones are connecting with the mat. Keep your left leg out long in front of you and draw your right foot in, sole of your foot to your inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen, raise your arms. And exhale, start to hinge forward from your hips, sending your hands towards your shin or ankle. As always, the idea here is to create length in your spine. Getting to your foot is not important. And breathe here. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to surrender deeper into the pose. Next inhale, raise yourself back up to seated and swap sides. Left foot goes in towards your right thigh, right leg is out long. Inhale, raise your hands to the sky, create length. And exhale, start to hinge forward from your hips, sending your hands towards your right shin or ankle. Inhaling to create length. And exhale to fold forward. Now as you raise back up, keep your left leg bent where it is, and now bend your right knee, keeping the sole of that foot on the ground in front of your left shin. Support yourself with your right arm as you take it behind your seat. Inhale to create length through your spine as you raise your left arm up to the sky, and exhale, hook that left elbow over your right leg. Start to twist from the base of your spine, letting your head be the last to turn. Your right arm is supporting you like a kickstand, but you aren't leaning all your weight into it. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, and exhale, open out through the twist further. Now swap sides, so right knee is folded on the floor, left knee is bent, the foot is in front of your right shin. Left hand goes behind you for support. So you inhale, raise your right arm to the sky, and exhale, hook your right elbow over your left leg and twist from your base of your spine. Let your head be the last to turn. Inhale, sit up to create length, and exhale, maybe twist a bit further. Now come to unwind and lie flat on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor, hips width apart. Draw your feet in towards your hips, so ideally your fingertips can graze your heels. Inhale here, and exhale as you gently peel your tailbone up from the mat. Continue to peel your spine up inch by inch, making sure your knees aren't flopping in or out, but tracking directly forward. Send your chest up to the sky and maybe start to tuck your shoulder blades in behind your back so that your hands can come together and clasp under your tailbone. Inhale, ground down through your feet, your shoulders, and breathe here. In your own time, start to lower back down as slowly as possible for a soft landing. Now start to lift both legs up to the ceiling and bring hands to support your lower back. Start to lift your hips and your legs higher so that you're balancing on your shoulders and the back of your neck. Keeping your core tight and your legs pulled together, start to lower your legs behind you onto the floor. No worries if your feet don't reach the floor. You can hover them or bring them to a chair behind you. And breathe here, making sure to keep space between your chin and your chest. Most of the weight is going into your shoulders here. Plow pose brings you the opportunity to balance your fifth chakra, located in your throat. Too little energy in this chakra is thought to manifest as neck pain, difficulty in speaking, and other neck and throat problems. Too much energy in this chakra can cause hearing problems and hasty, excessive speech. Inhale here, and as you exhale and gently start to lower, again really using those core stabilizing muscles, moving very slowly, bring your hands just below the base of your spine, so palms are face down, and as soon as your feet reach the mat, start to press firmly into your forearms and hands and see if you can lift your back and belly up to the sky. Keep the crown or back of your head lightly on the floor. The weight should be in your forearms, not your head. Inhale and exhale to gently release your torso and head back to the floor, taking your arms out from under you. You might gently take your knees into your chest for a little hug or roll from side to side. And whenever you're ready, let your feet come back down to the mat, send your legs out long, and take your arms out by your sides for Shavasana. As you bring yourself to your final resting pose, letting go of any energy built up in this practice, letting go of any tension you might still be holding on to, I'll share a few nuggets of wisdom about Taurus season, with the intention that you get to experience the best this time of year has to offer. The sun is in Taurus from April 21st to May 20th, and if your birthday is in that time, you'll know that you're a Taurus. If Taurus is your sun sign or rising sign, it's likely that you're a loyal friend and partner, stable and grounded. You also adore the earthly pleasures, and on a bad day, this can be a bit too materialistic. Taurus is a fixed sign, representing your steadfastness. The guna, or quality associated with fixed signs, is tamas. Too much tamas can lead to laziness, apathy, depression, and a general heavy or stuck feeling. Try to practice more vinyasa and sun salutation sequences, as well as incorporating back bends and balancing poses like we did today. These are great for energizing the body and invigorating the mind. I'll stop talking now and let you rest.